Sounds good. So you'll try and sell that armor to bring her back. Like it. Um, but so the three of y'all that were planning on heading out of town, was there anything you were wanting to do to head out of town? Were you wanting to try and, purchase anything? I know y'all might be a little, at least one or two of you might be a little low on funds. Um, I think,
Yeah, I have
oh,
5 gold.
yeah. And then Orlum, you're
Do y'all
not.
need anything?
I mean, other than like maybe getting more healing potions so that we don't all die, but that's really the only thing I can think of.
Let's go walk over there then.
There is someone that does have some. I think it's the market
The
map.
leader of the church, haha.
The market map actually has some. So, blam. All right, I'm gonna pull y'all to it real quick. Pull, pull, pull. Okay, y'all should be heading towards it shortly. Okay, it'll be this guy right here.
Valdo?
Yep.
There's walls in every direction.
Can't see.
Ah,
Oh, there I am. Okay. It like sent me off to the side of the map. Yeah, the herbalist has a face tattoo. It's gonna ruin your future job prospects. Also, you can't access her inventory.
Give me 1 second.
or his.
I'm gonna go token, sheet, merchant, bam. Okay, now you should be able to. Try now.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay,
Actually, I can see her inventory when I go into her features, but
try
it's
about now.
still showing me her class.
Try now. I deleted and refreshed it.
Nah, I can't pull any of them up now. It just when I double click on them, it doesn't do anything.
Okay. Could potentially fix that. So let me go. Where is the?
Did she have a clipboard? Oh, future tech.
Let's see. Hmm. Is she working now?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Tried to move her position to see if that helped kind of get it out of its funk.
I'm still not able to open anybody's inventory.
All right, try now. I reset the Volgo guy.
I got nothing.
How about now? I actually just gave y'all permission. That should help.
Yep. I did
Yep,
it.
that works.
I was
There it is.
like, hey, let me actually let y'all see the stuff. User error.
So what's the difference between the potion of healing and then like if you just have that in your inventory you can just use it? Or how does
Yeah,
it
as
work
long as you,
exactly?
yeah, I mean, you can use it on other people, but as long as you have it in your inventory, you can drink it to heal yourself.
Okay.
Is that 50 gold pieces?
Yes.
Yeah. For
What?
Well, damn.
yeah, it's expensive for the 2d4 plus well, like 4 that you get.
Yeah, this will definitely be a world where y'all are not drowning in money.
Dang, dude.
Unless we take up a life of crime.
Apparently. Let's see. I have one of these already.
I had one, I used it.
Let's see.
You can never have too many.
How many of the monies do I have? That many monies. Okay.
I have enough to buy one.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Ooh, hurt. Hurt my monies.
It does that.
Okay, just so I can make sure I mess this up literally every single time. I just hit the $sign to buy one item, right?
Correct. The dollar
Yeah.
sign.
Okay, and then I do quantity of one, and then I do purchase.
Perfect.
Okay, thank God.
Good thing it helped also that he already had bought 2 of them, so there was only 1 left. So
Yeah, you couldn't mess it up.
you didn't know that at the time, but
I didn't. Thanks, guys.
Crushing it.
Right.
What happens when I try to buy it when there aren't any? Not enough funds. Okay.
it's like I don't has it. Okay. Anything else that y'all would want to do while you're in the city?
Yep.
No, I'm pretty good. Are those crayfish? That's some big ass lobsters. Are we near an ocean?
There are bodies of water that are moderately near, but this is also such a large capital that they bring in everything. It's a major import-export area.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm ready to go whenever.
Okay. All right. So what I will do is I'll have y'all head out of Altenheim and make your way along the road. Thankfully, they haven't shut down the city gates to prevent you from leaving, so that's nice.
So now.
True story. Let's see. Where was the one that I just did? Do. Figure. Do. That and go flop. So the 3 of you were able to make your way out of Altenheim. You made it on horseback. You were able to, procure your horses that you had rented and got them to be on your merry way. So you're just traveling down the road. Let me stop my, let's do, this one's fun. Okay. So you're making your way down the road, and can y'all see yourselves?
Yes.
Andros and Azos.
Yep.
Cool. All right. And you're traveling down the road, and oh shit.
10 is good. I think. I don't know.
Well,
That doesn't sound good.
I just don't know. I don't know if he's like disappointed because it was a low roll and it's something like, oh man, this is bullshit, like fuck him, or if it's like, well, fuck, you guys are like screwed. I'm gonna kill you.
for the most part, your journey is actually somewhat pleasant.
Wonderful.
You said for the most part. Don't get your hopes up just yet.
Yeah, I know.
I like the optimism though.
I am never optimistic in this game.
But everything's just kind of things, and everything's just kind of hunky dory. And as soon as you make it to the end of the road, you continue along the road unevaded.
And you
Oh,
then you contract typhoid. The end.
you all die of cholera.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Someone just had to go and drink the water.
But it was so inviting.
Excuse me. Water good.
Okay, let me fix one thing real quick. And blam, blam, blam. Okay, I like it. Works good. All right, so you continue down the road. It's it gets to a point in the evening where it's too dangerous to continue to travel on the road. Would y'all want to attempt to make camp for the evening?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, if you're not giving us the option.
Yeah.
But what I will do is I'll let y'all take a long rest.
Ooh.
Am I even missing anything? Hold on. I guess I was missing a hit die.
Yeah, I think you're a. I know, actually, I don't think he used any of your rages.
Nope. I've been pretty out of combat for a while now.
Yeah. Orlum has 0 lay on hands, though. So, y'all definitely have done something. And Azos finally actually has arrows again.
Yes.
I'm trying to do a long rest here, and I don't have my usual screen because I guess I'm not on my token.
If you
Hit tab and then hit C.
yeah,
Okay.
did that work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. And then you can hit the little bed icon just below your character. The top left-hand corner.
Perfect.
Excellent. Look at that. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Strong. So once you kind of rest for the evening, and you get up the next day, and you continue to make your way along the road, you eventually get to a point down the road, which I can do this. Let's do one of these. Let's load the world map. Okay. We'll do this for everybody so everyone can get a piece. Do. Okay. Once everyone's loaded on the world map, let me know.
Loaded.
Good to go.
Okay. I think it's just
And
Azos.
98%, but
Yeah, you're almost there. Yeah, I think you're the only one I'm lacking. There it is. Most excellent. So, you'll see the world map, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, you have just left Altenheim, been on the road for several hours. You got to a point where, you were kind of traveling along the road, got to the point you'd stopped and kind of rested for the evening, kind of around somewhere around this little bubble right here. And the X is actually pretty close to about where y'all ran into the little werewolf that y'all
Oh,
had a little bit of trouble with at one point.
besties.
Yeah. Uh, but once you get up in the morning and you start kind of making your way down the road again, once you kind of get to about this area right here where it kind of forks a little bit, you start running. You eventually run into a carriage that's traveling along the road that has kind of like a long little, or not a long, but has a large little entourage kind of surrounding it. So this is Orlum, Azos, and Andros. Y'all basically run in, like you kind of meet them in passing as you're traveling down this road.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, Lord, I did not mean to do that. Delete. Control Z. Get off my screen, please. Holy crap. Why are you doing this to me? Wow, that is, yep. Okay, now it's gone. Good. Alright. Blah. Mm.
Very cheerful.
Yep. So,
This is how we all die.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
alright. So as you make your way down the road, you kind of run into this carriage that's traveling on the road that kind of met at that forked area that y'all are traveling on. And the cart direction looks like it's kind of heading in the similar direction that y'all are going to be heading in. But as you first run into this group, the person riding this horse kind of in the front, kind of right here, he kind of dismounts his horse and kind of like walks up towards y'all's general direction, like kind of like holding his hand up, kind of like almost as like a gesture to try and get y'all to stop.
Okay. I guess we stop, or I stop.
So,
How far away is he?
probably about 15, 20 feet. Well, a little bit more than that.
Okay.
Probably about 25, 30.
Okay.
He's definitely within arrow range, if that's what you're asking.
Good.
Yeah. So you see this guy. He's clad in full plate armor. He does not have a helmet on top of his head. He has like a kind of billowy cape that's attached to the back of his armor. He looks nice enough, I guess, but say he's probably middle aged, probably in about his mid 40s, and he just kind of like walks up, and he gets up to about the distance he gets, and it kind of comes to a stop. And if y'all slow down your pace, he'll address outward to you, um, and pretty much ask what is your business doing on the road at this current moment.
Okay.
Traveling from the capital, do you make a habit of stopping random people on the road and asking where they're going? Seems
Okay.
odd.
And he replies kind of curtly, yes, because they have been attacked twice since they've been on the road and they don't want to get attacked again.
I get that.
Nope.
We were attacked twice last time.
Yep. We have no intention of attacking anyone.
3 times? The orcs, the undead, the werewolf,
Yeah.
4
3.
times.
the tree. Yeah, you're
Wow.
only halfway there, bud.
Werewolf twice.
Yeah. We get you, is what we're trying to say. I understand.
Okay, so guy kind of shows like a little bit of like a mutual respect, kind of like okay, kind of like we won't fuck with you if you don't fuck with us, kind of attitude, and he kind of acknowledges you, and he was just like, okay, carry on then, and he'll kind of head back to his horse, and he'll hop back on, and he'll kind of gesture to the carriage behind him, and the people that are kind of riding with him, and kind of gesture them forward to continue on their way.
All right. I'll pull off to the side of the road and let them pass.
Okay.
Yep.
And what they're going to do is they're going to continue to head north. So on the map that y'all were on just a moment ago, the world map where it kind of forked at like a three-angled shape, little triangle shape, they're going to continue to head north, which is the direction that Bremen is going.
That's where we're going too, though, right?
Correct. That's where I thought
Okay.
you were going, was Bremen, correct?
Yeah.
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 Back where we dropped off the Lord.
Yeah.
And then we need to go back to the other town because we rented these horses and we need to give them back or else we're going to have to pay for them.
I mean, if we never return,
True. But then we'd be outlaws.
eh.
You might go back to jail.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
We could all start wearing red bandanas.
There's a thought.
It's like, we'll join the Red Brand Gang.
I was thinking the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But that works too.
All right. So, let me hit the old thing here. Ooh, fuck.
Oh no, I don't like that.
That's a big oof.
90.
Well, chaps, it's been good knowing you.
Well, damn.
An adult black dragon shows up.
Well, wait a second. Aren't they going ahead of us on the same
Yeah.
path?
That's not gonna mean much.
I mean, like, fuck them.
There's safety in numbers. That big guy had plate mail on.
I'm just saying he should have died first.
Well, when you ambush a convoy, you hit the front car and the rear car, so that's us.
I mean, they the front car, though. I should know that shit got fucked up.
You're
All
a
right.
rogue, just go invisible, you'll be alright.
I could do that.
Just hide in plain sight.
Yeah. Just stand perfectly still.
It's a T-Rex.
Yep.
Hey, there are T-Rexes. I don't know about in this world
There's not really many dinosaurs in this world, thankfully.
Unless you use polymorph.
yet.
Yeah,
So
that's...
Till Andros dies, that I come back as an alchemist and start messing with some weird amber that I found on a tree.
Yeah.
It'd be fun for everybody. For the whole family, really.
Yeah, we do that. All right, so you continue to travel along the road, making your way up the path, and about, say probably about half a mile ahead, Azos, Andros, and Orlum, you can hear the sounds of shouting and yelling probably about, like I said, about half a mile ahead of you.
Like
We're gonna go
good
back the other way.
shouting, bad shouting, angry shouting.
Yeah, we
Um,
actually happened across Burning Man.
Yeah.
it's more of a it's more of a not good shouting.
It's unfortunate.
And there's only one way to this town, right? Which is the way we're on.
Correct.
So you want
Of
to do
course.
some land nav through the woods.
Why did that not toggle? Okay, there it goes.
What's
Okay.
what's our policy for coming across people that are in trouble? Are we helping? Are we
I
waving
think
as we drive by?
I think it really depends on who they are. More like, if I
And
help you,
who's
what can you do
attacking
for
them?
me? That also, because if it's the
Yeah.
thing,
I ain't
fuck
trying to
that.
die.
I got you. I'm just checking.
Like the wolf, yo, fuck that noise.
Nope.
Yeah, we could take it.
Uh, it's like you don't want to be Keith David or Kurt Russell.
No.
Do. Apparently my token for this thing messed up.
Oh God, it's a thing.
I mean, it could be just, something I said, the
That it's a
cre-
thing.
the
It's definitely
creature the creature that I'm applying, but yeah. I mean, it could be something as simple as, like a beast, or it could be like, something cuddly like an ooze or something.
Super cuddly.
an owlbear. Just let it be an owlbear.
Now wait a minute. How is an ooze cuddly?
Have you not seen them?
Yeah, they like wrap around your finger.
It's the Pudding King all over again.
As long as it's not an ooblex, we'll be all right.
Yeah. Let's see where. Oh, here we go.
Ugh.
Those
Gotta do
are
it
bad
this
news.
way. Yeah, those usually nice.
Well, what's that? You can absorb someone, get their personality, their abilities, their skills, their stats, their languages, and then impersonate them perfectly? Great.
Kind of sus.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
The older ones can do it to like an infinite number of people, and they get stronger every time they do it.
Can they do it to corpses?
Yeah. Because they eat you, and that's how they get it.
damn,
No, I mean,
that's
like,
what I'm
if the-
looking for.
So even if the
Blam.
person's dead and they absorb them?
I'm not certain, but I would say probably.
Oh God, that means that's not the end of Boopido. Great.
Let's see. Do. I can do this the old-fashioned way. Okay, file. Save as. Blam. Desktop. Where's my picture? There it is. Blam. Alright, let's zoom all the way in on this. Oh yeah, that looks nice. That looks real nice. I like it. Real nice. Alright, so now let me fix this. Bam, 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 bam. Loads, click, click. Wow. Okay, prototype. Okay, perfect. Alright. So, blah. I gotta fix that real quick. I like it. Actually, you know what? I'll be nice. I'll be nice.
Yay.
I'll be nice.
So he says.
I'll be nice. Okay.
God is a merciful God.
I'll be
Lies
nice.
and slander.
If we say it enough.
You might start to believe it.
Exactly.
No.
Don't have enough volcanoes for this shit.
Okay.
Need more shrooms.
Okay, let me do this, and let's do...
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I like that. That's creepy as fuck.
What, the music?
Yes. It's gonna be a fucking doll. It's gonna be a fucking doll of some kind. I guarantee it. The way the music is.
Well, we just need to let Orlin pick up the doll then.
Let Orlum
I was
smash
going to
the
say the
doll.
same thing. We can be together forever and ever.
I'm your best friend till the end.
There you go.
Feel
Oh my
life-size
God.
Orlin will be cute.
Your niece went, ha! Hi, I'm Chucky, and started running around the house and laughing.
That's not my niece. You did that to your child. I don't know why you're blaming me.
I didn't do that. Her father did that.
I do like Child's Play. It's one of my favorites.
He watches it with her, and I'm like, oh god.
All we did at my house was play Icebreaker, Paw Patrol, and watch every single Cinderella movie that was available on Disney Plus.
Ooh.
I believe you.
Yeah,
I believe you.
I slept for 24 hours straight after she left.
Yeah.
And then she totally played you about grilled cheese.
Dude, she's such an asshole.
She is.
In the best way. But whatever. I finally finished those fucking frozen french fries she made me buy.
Oh my god.
I refuse to waste food. I'm so angry.
I'll wait
Should've
for
just sent
Azos
the
to get
frozen-
back.
You should have just sent the frozen french fries home with her.
I
That's
actually
not what-
thought about it, but then I was in such a like weird limbo state of getting her packed because she also was like not letting me or my husband sleep. She like would wake up and then wake us up. So she was doing some weird psychological thing there. And then I had to
Sounds
convince her
valid.
that we weren't going home because she didn't want to go home yet. I was just convincing her that we were going somewhere else. So I couldn't like pack too much stuff because then I felt like she would catch on. So I
Ah,
had to pack just all of her stuff. I
If you would
couldn't
have
pack
said,
anything
"Hey,
extra.
let's take all your stuff and we'll go to Taco Bell," she would have been like, "Okay."
And we did go to Taco Bell. We had to go to 2 Taco Bells.
what did you go to
the
two
one-
different Taco Bells for?
Yeah, the one by
It's
my
closed.
house was closed for like a remodel, so I had to drive her even further, which was a whole thing because she wanted Taco Bell like right now. So, and then
Ah,
their dining room was closed, so I had to make her eat in my car and like set up a quote unquote car restaurant so she wouldn't get mad.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the entire way to go to to Brad's mom's, she literally was talking about eating Taco Bell in your car.
Oh, that makes me so happy. I was really stressed out because she was not being nice to me about it.
She's a brat.
She, which like she was like groggy and tired and grouchy, so I get it, but she was definitely not being
Yeah,
very
she was.
hospitable.
She actually passed out on the way there and then on the way back home.
I'm not surprised she didn't sleep very well at my house.
Yeah.
I think it's because I live in an apartment, like my upstairs neighbor has like insomnia or something and makes so much noise and like stomps around, so I think that kept waking her up and scaring her.
I mean, she does talk in her sleep too, so.
Yes,
which
she
I
does.
should've- Which I should have told
wasn't-
you. I didn't think about it.
Joe, are you back yet?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, I was just waiting till you got back. So.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, you'll find out shortly. All right,
It hit?
so
No.
So, you proceed to ride in the carriage until you see this thing attacking what appears to be a corpse of something in the street or in the roadway. The carriage comes to, of course, an abrupt halt, and all of the knights that are proceeding to ride around the carriage all dismount from their horses, begin to take up arms, and start heading towards the direction of this monster. Crest, you have one of two options. You can either remain in the carriage, or you can decide to stay in the carriage, or you can exit the carriage and attempt to intervene with the people that are riding on the horses.
I'm assuming that the other passengers in the carriage are looking like they're gonna stay in the carriage.
100%.
I will let out a very, very small sigh and exit the carriage. To see what type of assistance I might be able to provide, though it may be measly.
Okay. So the two front guys that were on the front two horses, they get out. One of which is holding in a gigantic greatsword. The other one is holding a long sword and is kind of holding it with both hands. The other is a kind of short, stout man, kind of dwarf-like. And he is holding a warhammer in one hand, and he's kind of holding it kind of awkwardly. And he's also rocking a shield. And then you also notice another person in the back that is also clad in heavy armor, dismounting from their horse and heading towards the general direction that's holding another great sword.
Well, I'm gonna make sure I stand at least 20 feet behind. No, 10 feet behind them. That way, whatever they're going to attack has to go through them to get to me.
Probably not a bad idea. Okay. All right. Sounds good. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one of these numbers right here.
A dream whisperer? What the fuck is that?
We'll find out. All right. So
I've never heard of it.
before we do anything with that, I'm going to swap to the others real quick so we can continue to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are y'all doing?
Great.
Cool.
Here.
What's all these initiatives?
Yep. So the people that are currently riding ahead of you in their carriage, you notice 4 people dismount from their horses and a person to exit the carriage and begin to draw in closer to this creature that is destroying what appears to be some sort of corpse on the roadway and pretty much just mutilating the shit out of it. And yes, go ahead.
The monster that they're fighting is just attacking a corpse.
Yes, there's a corpse in the roadway, and it's
Okay.
pretty much just mutilating it. And the people that were on their horses are dismounting their horses and beginning to try and encircle the creature.
Okay.
Just sit back and watch, I guess.
Okay, that is a viable option. Well, if that is the case, I am going to swap back to them real quick, and we'll go from there.
Great.
All right, so let us begin.
Okay.
All right, move forward one. There it goes. All right, so I'm just gonna get this show on the road.
Can attack 3 times.
That's not good.
Oh, parry. Nice.
Yeah, so he deflected that attack. And proceeds to actually, he's supposed to have a long sword. I don't know why he's got a great sword. That's my fault. Do.
Crest?
Yes.
The one guy's name is Commander Rugert.
Well, it's better than Rupert.
Oh no, the guy that got killed was Sir Rugert.
I thought his was Sir Rupert.
No, Rugert.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Alrighty.
Right. So I'm going to squeeze between these two 5, 10, 15, 20. Right. And then that gives me 1 point, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Do you remember how to do it?
What do you mean?
To turn them on.
Yeah, I click the fury points and go under effects, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yikes.
Ow. Oh, he's got 3 attacks too.
Alright, Chris, you're up.
Well, we will see how this goes.
Sure.
Oh,
He
he had
succeeded.
advantage. He had
Ooh.
advantage on that too.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. You cannot parry that one.
Oh, intelligence saving throw. He succeeded. Okay.
Oh, I didn't mean to roll a third one. Let me undo that. Whoops. Alright, here you go.
I'm gonna move here. Okay. Dang it. Oh, he's almost there.
Oh. Not doing too hot right now. But you guys got this. You're handling it just fine.
All right. Vince.
Alright, so...
Uh-oh.
I
Alright.
rolled a natural 1.
I gotta roll an effect. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Alright. I will whisper to you what the effect is.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That's
God.
not a good sign.
No, that is not a good sign. Oh, crap.
Alright.
Oh. Okay.
I'll decide what I'm gonna do later.
Yeah. I don't, honest to God, don't know what you're gonna do. Okay, let's see if I can do something. Dang. Okay. Go kill him. Yep. It's dead.
So the really big one with the giant greatsword, he proceeds to swing really pretty mightily and pretty much split the thing's head wide open, and for good measure tries to attack it again. But rolls a 2 and a 1, so misses terribly. It's about the worst roll you can get with advantage. But the thing definitely appears to be dead. The
Would
Oh.
this be for me to figure out what this was? Would it be Arcana, religion? What would it be?
this one would be an Arcana check.
You have no idea what the fuck it is.
Nope,
Yeah,
nope.
never seen one before in your life.
And it's time to change dice yet again because they have not been rolling very good at all since I changed them.
All right. So, but with that, that is the end of combat. And so y'all were able to readily vanquish this foe without much difficulty. Primrose, something happened to you that will be later explored.
Yep.
I think you were the only one that really took any kind of damage
Yeah.
from that.
It's kind of crazy. It's going to be a permanent effect, though, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So, but with that, you make quick work of that monster, and you kind of drag it off the side of the road. The one little dwarf guy, he kind of starts fiddling with it, and starts kind of like hacking off pieces of it, and he takes the head of it and kind of attaches it to like a rope, and then walks over and attaches it to his horse, and then they kind of scoop up whatever little remains of the body that was on the ground. It appeared to be some sort of animal on the ground, and they just kind of shove it and move it off the center of the roadway so that it won't, get stuck in the wheels of the carriage as it drives by. And they pretty much just remount and kind of start heading down the road again, like as if nothing happened.
I will also congratulate them on a very good defense. They were very good, and I am very impressed, and I feel extremely safe in their presence.
And then the dwarf one that walked up and cut off the head of the thing is like, "I bet you do, laddie." He's like, "You didn't do much of nothing."
Of course. Why would I try to steal your thunder there? I mean, you were doing so well. I mean, I would hate to deprive you of your victory.
Sure. Make whatever excuses you want. And he just kind of just like looks in and almost kind of just laughs and just walks back to the direction where his horse was.
I will walk back and get into the carriage.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go talk to the others real quick, and then
Right.
I'll put y'all all together here shortly.
Like the live action?
Yeah, the movie was straight garbage.
Ooh.
Really depressing.
Of course, I don't really have high hopes for the live action TV show either.
Well, they
You're doing that?
didn't they cancel it because the guy with there's like something going on with the guy they casted as Sokka or Sokka.
I'm not sure. Oh, and God's here. What's up?
Hey. So
We were just bullshitting about Avatar.
you're
See,
cool.
they finished off the monster.
Oh yeah, pretty readily. The little dwarf one, you could hear it kind of laughing and chuckling.
All right. Well,
He
you guys
did.
want to move up and
Yeah.
see what's
Yeah, I
going on?
guess.
Sure.
Seems to be a dead monster and a bunch of people.
Holy shit!
But I will maintain distance since we
Fucking
don't know
A.
these people.
I literally
You
just,
good?
yeah, and I was eating a crystal and literally just pulled 2 fucking hairs out of my mouth,
Oh,
Hmm.
like
What?
like really long ones.
They were
Crystal,
fine.
you
They were not mine.
Sure,
Wow.
sure, 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 sure.
Wow.
I didn't make the food.
You got rock candy?
Think White Castle.
Oh.
What don't
In
we-
Georgia, we have something called crystals, which are like little burgers.
Oh. Ugh. Wait.
The fuck?
When you said crystals, I thought he had candy too, and I was like, oh, Jojo's
Right.
just like shedding everywhere. But no, like you straight up got crystals and have hair in your burger.
I just pulled 2 hairs out of my mouth.
Oh, that's so good.
one of them was pretty long. It was at least about 8 inches long.
Whenever that happens
I
to
just
me,
kept pulling it out.
I'm usually done eating at that point.
I still got one more to eat, and I'm probably gonna eat it in a minute, but I'm
I know
gonna need
it's probably
I'm gonna need
not
a minute.
anything else in there, but I just can't.
I'll just
Killing
need
makes you stronger.
I'll just need a minute. It's more iron.
It's
Alright.
actually protein, not iron.
Fucking gross.
That'd be alright. But so as you make your way up to kind of see the people that were on the carriage or riding in the carriage, and then the horses that were surrounding it, they made quick work of this whatever it was that they found on the roadway. The small dwarf one actually has the head of the creature actually attached to his horse that he tied off to a rope that he beheaded.
Gross.
Yep. Kind of like a little trophy. And he was the one that you could hear kind of like laughing and chuckling as he was kind of walking back and attempting to jump back up onto his horse. He's a bit on the wee short side. So
His name looks an awful lot like some sort of town guard that we met.
Mm-hmm. It looks different, so we'll let it go.
And I keep seeing Hannah's character as the Scarlet Witch.
If you zoom in, she doesn't look like Elizabeth Olsen though.
From the distance, though,
Blonder.
Oh yeah,
for
she
sure.
does. She does, yeah.
The chow.
like the show. So, but they don't even really seem bothered about whatever they just ran into. All of them pretty much climb back onto their horses and start making their way down the road again, like as if nothing had happened.
Right. We'll wait for them to move on and then keep going, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but after several more hours on the road, thankfully nothing else comes out to attack you. So that's always a plus. Do that, and let me remove a couple things so I clear my top of my map up. Let's see, and move that. Okay, perfect. All right, and let's do toggle, that one, yep. We'll probably do that one too. Okay, cool. All right, so as you continue to make your way several hours later, you start to see the gates of Bremen approaching in the distance. Granted, it's not much of a gate; it's pretty much just a just wooden gate surrounding the town, but it's clearly visible from a distance. And once you get up that way, the people in the carriage kind of make their way into town, and they kind of set their carriage kind of off to the side and kind of go about their way. I gotta add a couple more people real quick. Doop. Actually, I'll do that. I'll do these 4. Blam. All right. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Okay, there's that. There's the other one. Perfect. And we'll go with that one. Cool. Alright. And bam. Alright, so I'm going to activate the city of Bremen so that y'all can see it.
Great.
And this one is set up so that y'all can actually travel around the town and um, click on buildings and go kind of where you want to. This one's a
Alright.
little
I'm-
this one's a little less restrictive.
How many days were we on the road? Was it 2?
Yeah, after you kind of made decent headway that first night when you left Altenheim, like it was kind of like midday when y'all took off, and you stopped and rested for the evening, and then you've pretty much spent the bulk of this day just traveling. But you didn't really run into anything, so it wasn't like you were kind of being, stopped constantly. So,
I'm just adjusting my rations. I guess we'll go over to the old town master and let him know that we
Mhm.
are back.
Get our
Okay.
money.
do 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 do.
There's people following me.
Oh, there's a lot of them. I promise.
Well, I'm here first. They can wait.
Okay. Well, when you would have entered this map, you would have seen in the room there's 3 people kind of standing in the back, followed by a heavily armored guy standing directly outside of the door with a really large, thick beard, kind of preventing access from anyone walking into the building.
Oh, I already got in the building. I'll
You're
walk.
okay. No worries.
Is he the guy from the road? He
Yep.
looks like the guy from the road.
He is the guy from the road.
This guy's in my way. Unacceptable.
Thick
I guess
man.
we'll wait.
Should I be outside as well, or am I
You
supposed
would
to
be
inside
inside.
now?
You would be inside.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I in the right place?
You are in the
Yeah,
right
you're
place.
on the map with me. Are you?
Yep.
I'm about to say, 'cause I don't see nobody.
I'll do this. How about now?
Okay, there it is.
Yeah,
about-
they got.
Position my character where she would realistically be standing, I guess.
There.
Okay.
Okay. Give me just 1 second, and I will get to Orlum, Andros, and Azos.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. So, once you make your way into town, 2 of the people that rode in on horseback, the dwarf and the younger of the 2 that was fighting the monster, they kind of dismount and head to the tavern or the inn. The older of the 2 gentlemen makes his way towards the townsmaster home, as well as the 4 people that were riding in the carriage. Primrose, you also accompany this group because you kind of want to see what these talks are going to lead to. You know why. But yeah. So the really old bearded guy, he pretty much accompanies y'all to the building, and then once y'all all head inside, he pretty much stands outside to kind of stand watch.
Okay,
So-
are you, Primrose? Are you inside the building or are you outside?
I'm inside the building.
Because I can't
pretty
see
much-
you.
I'm pretty much standing by the door with my back against the wall.
How about now?
No, I can only see the headmaster, his son. Oh, now I can. There we go. I see her now.
Do you see the 3 people standing next to you?
I see this guy here.
How about now?
Yep,
Yes.
I can see them.
All right, cool. All right. Do you see the townsmaster?
Yes, and I see his son and
Lord Mistel.
douchebag.
Yeah, cool. All right, sounds good. All right, so you make your way into the town, or you're in the townsmaster's home. He is, greeting the three, uh, we'll say younger men, like probably late 20s, early 30s. The lot of them, he kind of greets each of them individually. Um, expresses his gratitude for them, arriving here so quickly. He further explains the incident that happened with Lord Mistel, of how he was using his influence to convince people to come to Fairhold and use it as a way to basically steal people's possessions and have them murdered. And he basically controlled undead to further this plot and used it as a way to cleaning up his mess by basically feeding any people that happened to be caught up in the scheme to them. And most of his, actions had been documented in like a journal, basically. And then his, you know, skin covered spell book that was lined with human flesh was it also not a very kind of good foreboding thing in his manner or in his favor. Kind of like you make shit out of human skin, that's usually never nice. So he's explaining to the three people that are standing there that one of them will have to take his place. Um, they are all here for their own reasons. None of them disclose what those reasons are. And he basically says that it is up to them to decide amongst themselves who they feel would be most suited to take his place. Now that, they've arrived, and with the force that they have arrived with, he doesn't feel like it's necessary for him to have to travel with anybody to Fairhold because he kind of sees some of the people that have arrived in this group, and he's not really very concerned. Um, so he will acknowledge your presence, Chris. He'll kind of inquire about, kind of who you are, kind of like what your purpose is here.
Um, I am just a low-ranking envoy from the capital. I am here just to see the proceedings and kind of get a bearing on how things work. I'm I'm just learning the trade.
Okay. So he'll kind of acknowledge that, and he says that all the people here that they've selected to be potential candidates to take over for Thayerhold are all very worthy of the position. The majority of them all stand in very high standing in Altenheim, much better standing than Lord Mistel did prior to his place, or his almost punishment of having to take over Thayerhold. It wasn't something of his own choosing. It was kind of pressed upon him based on his actions. So these three people are a little bit more motivated to actually want to do good, and they have no intention, from at least what you could tell, of wanting to recreate some of the same mistakes that Lord Mistel had done.
Um, I am gonna inquire as to what will be the fate of Lord Mistral. Is he to be executed, imprisoned, turned into a slave? What is the proceedings going forward concerning him?
So most of his actions that he have done are normally crimes that would equal a death sentence. Now, because he is nobility, he will likely um, receive very harsh punishment for this. He'll never be able to serve any kind of form of office ever again. Depending on how basically a court proceeding will take place, will dictate whether or not he truly lives or dies after this. But most people that are kind of in his standard and ranking in terms of nobility, uh, kind of like that silver spoon, you kind of are able to get away with a little bit more stuff than you normally would if you were just a normal citizen. A normal citizen did anything his, it wouldn't even be, there'd be zero hesitation. They would just die. Like there'd be no question about it. But nobility typically don't like to hurt their own in such a way because it makes them look bad. So they usually come up with public excuses of why people, enter certain roles that they enter as a result of, some sort of stupid, petty things that the nobles themselves like to dabble in. So, but his punishment will more than likely be pretty severe, and very, very unlikely that you'll see him just kind of running around town having a great time. So,
Okay. Um, and then I am going to inquire about the spell book. Are they planning to destroy it? Put it in like a safe or vault out of people's reach? What are they going to do to prevent this knowledge from falling into other hands?
uh, that it will more than likely be destroyed because of it. Just the general appearance of it being made of human flesh is very unsightly. It's definitely not something that anybody would ever want to take ownership of, or take any kind of pride in having. It's almost kind of like an abomination to have something like that, because I mean that's just cruel to use people like that to make something like that. So it'll more than likely result in being destroyed.
Okay. Um, and who does Lord Axel have someone who's going to be doing that? Is this going to be destroyed after the trial?
It'll be taken with Lord Mistel when he's taken into custody to be as a form of evidence when they arrive to kind of showcase some of his actions and things that he has transpired.
Um, I will say very good, very good. I was slightly concerned about that.
Okay.
And I'm definitely showing very much interest in this. I will let Lord Axel know. Feel free to continue on. I definitely have other questions, but the questions I have can wait to a more suitable time. I'm sure there's other pressing things that these three gentlemen would like to discuss and get to besides listening to me ask these random questions to educate myself.
And he'll understand, and he'll advise you that he'll make himself available, when a time is fitting, so that if there's anything that you would want to know, he'll make time for you to be able to kind of pick his brain about a couple things.
I thank him most diligently for uh, doing that and kind of do a nice little polite bow and gesture to these three that feel free to uh, ask or talk about whatever kind of like passing the floor to them.
Okay. So the one that's standing to your left, um, he introduces himself to, um, or he kind of addresses himself kind of almost in third person of kind of stating his name. He has a very arrogant attitude. He You can definitely tell just from his speech that he thinks very highly of himself, and that he sees himself as superior than most others. Um, he has kind of just like a haughty tone to his voice, just kind of like, ugh, why do I have to bother? And he basically already feels that the position that is to be held in Therahold rightfully should just belong to him, just based on who he is and the way he carries himself. He feels that he is just owed this position.
Gotcha.
Of the other two, the one on the far left, he is actually very his demeanor is kind of humble. He seems very forthright in wanting to ensure that people are taken care of. He is very open about his desire to want to take care of the people and how he wants to, make the world as itself just a better place. He's basically looking at the world through rose-colored glasses, basically.
Okay. So kind of like knowledgeable but yet naive.
Yes, he kind of sees the world almost in a sense of black and white, of kind of good and evil, and he wants to see the good in everything. But yes, it's kind of like a sense of naivete, basically, of not, wouldn't understand the true inner workings of certain things. He would kind of certain things would almost be,
Baffle him.
yeah, basically. Um, so the third one, he basically is kind of right there in the middle of the two. He seems to have kind of a good head on his shoulders. He seems to be very knowledgeable. His understanding of the laws that Lord Mistel has broken seem very appalling to him. Uh, he sees that the actions that he's done should be met with very swift justice. Um, he feels that you know crimes like these that are committed, no matter who you are, should never be accepted, and no station or you know no station should ever hold you above the law, and that all people are equal in a sense that like everyone's mortal, everyone has flaws and things like that, and no one person should ever feel like they are above the law in any way.
Okay.
So you have three very different temperaments between the three nobles.
Okay.
You have one that of course is wouldn't say aloof, but very um, self-centered, I guess would be a good way to
Yep.
describe it. That his own personal motivations seem to outweigh just about everything else. You have the other person who sees the world kind of through a black and white lens, where he wants to see the good in everything and almost can't really comprehend bad. And you have the third who seems to have a very strong sense of justice and seems to have a firm understanding of the way the laws work in this region, and seems that depending on, or he gives off the vibe of that if anything was broken in his area, he would be met with swift justice.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap to the others real quick, so I can have them have their little run in with the guy standing outside watching.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But I guess before I swap over Primrose, is there anything that you would want to do, or are you just kind of just taking this all in?
Pretty much the only thing she would have done is take her helmet off, and she would just stand there quietly, almost out of attention.
Okay. So pretty much just kind of almost playing just kind of watch dog mode.
Pretty much, she is watchdog mode.
Sounds good. All right, let me swap to them real quick. Okay.
Quote unquote. Oh,
Howdy.
hey.
So, um, when you arrive into the area, you see this nice burly man kind of standing directly outside the door. He is quite tall. He's about 6'6". He is filling his plate mail out quite well. He is pretty much standing in complete attention and guard, and he has his great sword stabbed in the ground directly in front of him with his hands resting on the hilt.
You're gonna have to resharpen it.
Okay.
All right. I guess we'll walk up. Is Orlin here? I don't see him on
Yeah.
the map.
I'm
I'll
literally
in
right
front
in
of
front of
you.
that guy.
I'll do this. Blam. How about now?
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
Cool. All right.
I don't see the guy though.
I'll do this.
Just refresh everything.
Blam. How about now?
Okay.
Yeah, it's all great. While Orlin talks to the guy, I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Sure, go right ahead.
I'm gonna still be listening. I just won't be able to talk.
Yeah, it's fine. So, as you walk up to the door, Orlo, Menezos, and Andras, you see this, of course, this really large man, and he's pretty much staring daggers into you during the entire time you're approaching, and he pretty much just looks at the three of you and just kind of sizes you up from a distance, and as soon as you walk up to him, he doesn't say a fucking word. He is just standing ironclad in front of that door.
Okay. I guess I'll let him know that we're here to see the town master regarding some business we have with him.
And he just kind of looks down at you and looks you dead in the eyes, and he goes, "Don't care."
Unnecessary.
Right.
Cool.
So, like, can we go in?
And he'll direct his attention to you, and he'll just look at you and he goes, "No."
Okay. When are you like done?
And he just continues to stare at you, and he just kind of squints his eyes just a little bit. And he just kind of looks at you, kind of leans his head in a little bit and goes, "When I say I'm going to leave."
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
And he almost looks kind of confused when you ask him.
Yeah. Like, when
Go
are you
back
saying
in.
you're gonna leave?
And he'll just kind of just like look at you, like almost kind of like confused, and he's like, "Who said I was leaving?"
But you said you would say when you were gonna leave. I'm wondering when you're gonna say you're gonna leave.
And he like, you even see like one of his like eyes kind of like squint up like on one side where he's like really confused, almost like where he's trying to like contemplate an answer. And
A droplet of blood comes out of his nose. He has
Yeah.
a little aneurysm.
it's like who's ever seen the Venture Brothers?
Oh
Me.
shit.
So he's I'm forgetting his name. Is it Samson? Which is
Brock Sam.
Brock Simpson, yeah. He's kind of like that, where it's like he looks like he could just start bleeding at any moment, and like it wouldn't even make sense.
Okay.
Funny.
Like it's kind of like this. Like he's just like just pure pain and confusion on his face, almost just because you're like
What was it?
asking him a difficult question.
I mean,
All right. Well, the name of the town master is Lord Axel Bronstein. Bronstein. That's this guy.
Right? Yeah, Bronstein. Yeah.
Great. I will, at the top of my lungs, yell out his name and inform them that we are here,
Like you could even use
so that the
thaumaturgy.
entire town can hear me.
You could actually thaumaturgy that.
Can I do that?
You actually have thaumaturgy, yeah.
Oh, that's the thing I can do. Yes, we will do that. I will boost my voice up and auto-tune it. It's gonna be great.
ooh.
I like it.
Shatter the windows on accident. Get charged for that.
Yeah. Give me just a second, because I want to relay that to they just hear this loud, booming fucking voice. Just a second.
Oh, I'll tell you to cover your ears first.
Yeah.
Mate,
Oh,
Okay.
uh,
So while you're standing in this room and you're having this conversation, you hear this loud, booming voice yell out the townsmaster's name uh, to the south of you, coming from the door.
I
This
will
is-
turn to Lord Lockhart and like look kind of like, can I go out there?
Chris is gonna kind of just tilt his head in curiosity, and then look at Lord Axel since he's the one being called out.
And then I'm gonna put my hand on my great axe or great sword, which is sheathed.
Okay. So Axel will look a little confused, and he'll kind of note that the voice that he heard did sound a little familiar. Um, so he'll kind of like make his way towards the door, and he'll kind of open up the door to the outside, and you can see some people standing outside. With a very large gentleman standing in the doorway. He's pretty much standing almost directly up against the door, and he is standing in complete attention with his sword stabbed into the ground, with his hands resting on the hilt of the sword. And you see three people outside of the door talking to him. And then you see one red person that appears to be a tiefling with his hands like beside his mouth, where it looks like he just made like a megaphone with his hands.
I'm assuming these three people look familiar since we passed them on the road.
Correct. They would look familiar. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop y'all to the main one, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, as the three of y'all are standing outside and you boom your voice toward the direction of the door and yell out the townsmaster's name, after about 30 seconds to a minute, the door opens, and the large guy standing in front of the door is kind of even oblivious that the door opened up behind him. And Axel kind of like looks towards the direction of where the yelling came from, and he can see Andras, Orlam, and Azos kind of standing outside of the doorway with this really large gentleman. And he.
I'll wave.
Did you say you'll leave or you'll wave?
Wave.
Oh, wave. Gotcha. And he'll kind of wave back, and then he'll kind of gesture to nice. He'll kind of gesture for y'all to come in, and then he'll politely ask the guy standing at the doorway to kind of step aside for a moment and to let the people in. And
As they enter, I will position myself to stand right here.
okay. So the large hulching guy he'll quickly lift his sword from the ground where he had stabbed it, and kind of hold it to his side and kind of sidestep out of the way. And Axel will kind of meander his way back into the building, and kind of walk up, and he'll kind of gesture to the three of y'all to come inside.
All right. I'll follow the other two in.
And the guy continues to make the Brock Sampson face at you. And then you'll hear a large kind of thudding sound reposition itself by the door again.
Okay. Just so you know, I cannot see Andreas.
Okay, I'll do one of these. Bam, bam. How about now?
Learn to stand so incredibly still.
Yep, now I can see him.
Okay. All right. I know, I'm magic. You're like, what happened? So you enter the room. You see three very finely dressed gentlemen standing on the back wall There is another person standing with them that is wearing slightly nicer clothes, or less nice clothes, just for the most part pretty common. And you see a female that has taken her helmet off and she's kind of holding underneath her arm. That appeared to be one of the people that was riding on the horse that you were uh, traveling behind at one point. The armor would look familiar, but you wouldn't have noticed that it was a female just from first glance. But other than that, Axel kind of acknowledges, y'all's presence and kind of is curious what you're here for, and expresses that he wasn't expecting y'all and that he's currently in a meeting.
A meeting. Is it a
Right.
meeting concerning? Nope, my one black.
Sorry, I forgot it. I still had it raining for some reason. I was like, why is it still raining? And I was like, I forgot I turned the rain off.
Well, we're here to report back
Yeah.
on the mission you sent us on, and then
Yeah, sure.
obviously to receive payment for the
Mm-hmm.
first job that we did.
And you'll see like a sense of recollection kind of show upon his face, like, oh, right. He just seemed a little taken aback just with the current dealings that he's messing with right now with the people that are in the room with him. Um, all three people that are with him are dressed significantly nicer than he is dressed. They are wearing clothes kind of similar to like what Lord Mistel was wearing. Just a very uh, well well dressed individuals, where they seem to be well groomed and definitely of a higher stock than most. Um, but he acknowledges that he did task y'all to head to Altenheim with the news about Lord Mistel. Um, that's what you were asked to do, correct?
Negative. That is a negative, Ghost Rider.
Okay. What is
He
it?
tasked us to go find the hunter guy that
Ah, that's
attacked
right.
the.
That's right. The hunter. And then there was another thing that you said he asked you to do. What was that again?
No. We brought him
You brought him Lord
the
Mistel.
necromancer in
Yeah.
exchange for compensation of some sort.
Okay. Sounds good. So, he'll ask you what did you find out about the missing townsperson?
There were signs of an attack. His cart had been destroyed, and there was some sort of wolf monster there.
Okay. He'll ask, did you find him or his body?
No. Unfortunately, there was nobody.
Okay. So he seems to show a little bit of kind of sadness that the fact that it's still kind of partially unsolved, that at least they have somewhat of news of kind of possibly what happened to him with his cart that he uses for collecting his furs and everything, with it being attacked and damaged. And he's curious about the creature that you said attacked him, or attacked that area, that, or at least it attacked y'all.
We weren't certain that it was a werewolf, right? I mean, we got we got Hannah's corpse treated for lycanthropy just in case, but we weren't sure.
I thought
No, yeah.
I thought we already told him about the wolf creature before we left to go get Aziri's raised.
You may have. I came back. I got her treated with gentle repose, and I took a short rest, and I immediately got on my horse and left.
Yeah, I don't
So I didn't
actually
even talk
remember.
to
I don't
her.
remember y'all actually conversing with him and telling him, "Hey, yo, we're leaving and we'll be back."
I mean, I think
No.
we
I don't
stopped to
think
say that we were leaving, but I don't remember saying like anything else.
Yeah, I don't believe we told him we were leaving, but I specifically thought we told him about it because we asked about silver weapons and stuff.
No, that's right.
Right.
That was you and me, or that was Zell and Orlum,
Yeah.
because Andras and I think Azos were off doing something else, and the two of us went to go see him.
We went to
ADL.
see about the horses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We
Well,
don't know for sure that it's a werewolf. This is what I'm getting at, right?
I think actually
I-
Zell had rolled for it.
Yeah, I believe Zell was pretty sure it was a type of werewolf.
Okay. Well, yeah. So
They
that
have
might be
sharp
your.
claws and pointy teeth.
Yeah. It's a chupacabra.
There it is.
so but Axel, he'll recognize at least the actions y'all did with Lord Mistel, and he'll say, "Just give me a moment," and he'll head back towards the back of the house, and you'll see him kind of fiddle with like a ring of keys, and unlock a door, and kind of step inside a room for a moment, and he's away for about 2 or 3 minutes. While you're standing in that room while homie is away, one of the three finely dressed gentlemen, God, tongue twister, he kind of like walks past the woman, almost kind of like brushing her off as he walks past her, um, like pretty much walking through her almost. Um, and kind of looks at the three of you, as you're kind of standing in the room, and he just kind of like eyes you all up and down, and he's like staring at the whatever Andros is wearing. It's like it's not much, and it like almost
Yeah.
it's like borderline loincloth almost.
I got my khakis on.
Yeah, and he's kind of like looking and like eyeing the three of y'all up and down, and looking as free testing will cost you. um, so he kind of looks you up and down, and he goes just like, "Ugh, what dreary clothes. It's like I can't believe you would even walk around like that."
Because when you see a 7 foot tall demon man, that's what you think about.
Uh, homie will look at 7 foot tall demon man and just look at you, and he just he like almost if he could verbally smack you with a white glove, he would.
Yeah, just take a little Lombard.
I don't know. What was it? I can't believe what. I can't believe you can get around in that. Um, is that an acknowledgement towards Andros, or are you talking
No,
about
it's
towards?
to the dude.
Oh, and but he kind of like looks at like Andros, and he was just like, I wouldn't be caught dead wearing something like that.
Really? I think you'd look quite good in it.
So he's kind of like stares you up and down, and I don't think I don't think you'd fill it out as well. Uh, so he kind of like chuckles, just like, "You're right. I'd probably make it look better."
Maybe. It's
And he kind of like looks back at the female, and he goes, "It's like, tell them, don't I have the most chiseled body?"
Is he facing her?
Yes, he leaned back to look towards you to ask you this question.
Okay. Yes, my lord, you do have a chiseled body.
It's like, you see? I know I could wear it.
I'm gonna reach out and like grab the bottom of his shirt and pull it up to see his abs.
Yes.
Does he have a chiseled body?
So you you lift up his shirt, and this is, you pretty much just see this.
Oh,
Well, hello.
This is a very vain man. A good comparison would be fuck, why am I forgetting his name at the moment? Shitfire. Christian Bale in American Psycho.
with his moisturizer routine from the morning.
Yes, that is my analogy of how this guy carries himself.
It's
Just
funny that it was supposed to be
peak.
satire and people took it as like gospel for a while.
Yeah, I mean, just peak perfection is what this guy is seeking.
Okay.
So I gotta delete the abs, and I'm tired of it like moving at me. Um, so and the guy will literally just smack the bread from your hand. It's like, "Ugh, I would never touch something so filthy. It's like, that would just ruin your body." This man's not into carbs.
All right.
But after 2 minutes of this guy just kind of just making an ass of himself, Axel will come back into the room and kind of sidestep past the
He'll gladly step
Should've
and
gotten-
out of his way.
yeah, and he'll come back out, and he's holding kind of a satchel of gold, and kind of set it down onto the table, and offer it to the lot of you that were, let's see. So the he'll set basically a bag of gold on the table for the three of you to offer payment for the apprehension of Lord and Mistel. So inside, containing
Thanks.
the gold, is the equivalent of 100 gold pieces each.
Oh, snap, son.
You guys can buy 2 potions of healing apiece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm adding the inventory. I'm adding the currency to your inventory as we speak.
Word.
Awesome.
And he expresses his gratitude with the apprehension of this man, and he says that any other leads that you can find on the hunter in town, Hans, if you are able to find anything else, he'll continue to offer forms of payment. But in the meantime, since he, at least is, good on his word in terms of compensation, he'll give you each 10 gold pieces for at least the information that you brought to him.
Dope.
So,
Word.
and so also adding that to your inventories. So,
Now you
So-
can buy the 2 healing
Ooh.
potions and not be broke.
Cool. Well, all right, Sir Axel. Pleasure doing business with you.
Yes, now that you know where Rumi stores his gold in.
Shut up.
Shut up, Mimsy!
In any case,
I didn't say that out loud.
I'll be off.
It's like, shut up, Mimsy! Oh, okay, boss.
All right, pretty boy. Well, we'll be seeing ya.
Yeah, later, handsome. We out? Hey,
Little
man, move.
winky wink. Make sure I pat old big boy on as I leave.
You know, slap on the butt.
Yeah, I mean, if he just wants to stand in the door.
And Orlin missed the nice little thing in the chat.
Wait, what did I miss in the chat?
I think he's spoken a language you might know or something that nobody else can read.
Did it really? Oh my gosh.
It was in the in character tab.
Yeah, you can go back in the map and you'll see it.
Let me see it.
Wasn't any of the 4 languages that I speak.
Nope.
No idea what it was.
Well, that's because you guys don't speak the language, so calm down.
Yeah.
It's like you don't speak the language of the gods.
Oh, well, I speak.
All
Yeah,
right.
true. If only it was as easy to learn languages as it is in D&D.
I know, right?
Now I can obviously see his person, like his token, but this isn't a dwarf, right?
He is
Nope.
not. He is not a dwarf.
I am
Okay.
human.
Oh, the plot thickens. Hmm.
I figured.
Okay. So, are y'all planning on doing anything when y'all leave the townsmaster's home?
I mean, besides me, like looking around as I was walking in, the time I was in there, leaving, ins, outs, and all those things, because I'm going to come back and try to steal. No.
Okay.
I did actually think you were going to try and steal, especially now with all those people there. I was
Not
just
right
joking.
now.
Obviously not right now, but... are we wanting to, like, continue working in this town, or what do you want to do, man? Like, I don't think the 3 of us can go try and track down this werewolf thing. If we run into it, we'll just have to run away again. I guess we can
He would
try
have
and
to
see if we
offer up.
found the body.
He would have to offer up a pretty sweet deal for us to try to go get that thing or kill it anyway.
Well, he didn't really tell us he wanted that dead. We just need to find the hunter. Though, if
mean-
that thing is the hunter as a werewolf, then we'd be fucked regardless.
If that's the case, we could probably like head out in the mornings and just like scout out during the day, and hopefully we don't run into the thing.
Yeah,
And if
but
we
every
do,
day that we spend here, we're not getting another job that we could be solving somewhere else.
well, we can come back and ask him, be like, "Hey, we'll scout
Yeah.
out for you, see if we find anything."
I think we
Um,
hang out for tonight. We'll crash in the inn or whatever, and then we'll deal with him in the morning.
Yeah,
After
and see if
hopefully
he'll
these
get us
people,
like if he keeps us on retainer.
yeah, hopefully these people will be out of our way.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, then we can go back to that bigger city. I'm sure that there's shit that we can do there.
There, or there might even be more stuff to do back in the first city we were at,
That's also true.
especially now that there's new leadership and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna make my way to the inn. I'll tell that to Orlum as we go out too, since even though she's somewhere else.
Yeah, she was still inside conversing with the one weird guy in the back.
That's every character that Kurt makes, but yeah.
I can't.
I got you. Blam. There you go.
Yeah, blammo.
All of the people on this map are. I'm not able to like buy anything from that. It just pulls up character sheets again.
Let me. Oh yeah, it actually. Sometimes it's weird. It'll do that. It'll default back to a character sheet for some reason. I'm gonna delete her now that I've changed her back to the one, and try now. Try the one on the right.
Yeah, I got her. She
Okay, I'll fix the other one. She's yeah. For
pulled
some
up
reason.
the food. I just don't see housing available?
I think I deleted the room for rent on her for some reason, or I think I didn't have that many made, and so I think they let y'all stay for free the first time y'all were here, so
Yep.
it wasn't there wasn't really any for y'all to buy because they just gave y'all basically free room and board after the whole Townsmaster
Yeah,
incident.
but you can get stuff from Fiona.
Correct.
The rooms for rent.
Correct. I just
Uh,
actually changed it now. There is now something that you can purchase. And
Let's see, when I pull up Fiona, it's her character sheet, so that's what I was
all right,
like.
I'm gonna delete it and retry now.
All right, yeah, there we go.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So you will notice that as soon as you walk into the room, though, or as soon as you walk in the inn, there's two gentlemen sitting at a table that do look partially familiar because they were the ones that you saw on the road, and both of them are being very loud and boisterous. The short one of the two, the dwarf, he is drinking. He has 2 cups of ale in both hands, um, as in he's holding 4 tankards. One of them,
Impressive.
one of them he's kind of holding kind of awkwardly in his right hand, like it's
Inebriated.
no, it's very unique the way he's holding his hand as he's holding them.
Okay.
But both of these gentlemen are very loud and very talkative and kind of yelling and like kind of like playing like almost like a drinking game with themselves.
Well,
All
then
right.
I will yell out to Yesenia and say, "Get them some more."
And the shorter of the two, the dwarf, he'll kind of laugh merrily. He's like, "Ah, thank you, laddie," and he'll pretty much chug 2 of the drinks. So he literally takes one in his left hand, tilts one of them upward, like imagine he's holding one tankard up pouring towards his mouth, and he rotates the other one in his other hand upright to a point that it won't spill. And then he tries to do the same thing in the right hand, and as he tilts that hand the way he's kind of holding it awkwardly, he ends up spilling one beer on himself while he's drinking the other one.
Boy.
That's what happens when you try to show off.
And he's like, "Damn hand, does it every time." And the other guy just kind of looks at him and laughs at him and just kind of like makes fun. It's just like he's such a fucking idiot.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's get Yesenia. Let's get my friend here. Let's get them. Let's get them right, shall we?
So you do notice that the shorter of the two, the dwarf, he's actually missing uh a finger off of his hand on his right hand.
Okay.
And the guy sitting with him, makes fun of him and calls him 3 fingers.
3 finger.
Even though
Bob.
he clearly has 4 fingers on his hand, though.
Yeah, but he's 3 finger Bob. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll sit down and kind of make some little small talk with them. Pretty much just trying to figure out who they are, why they're here.
So the shorter of the two, he's super drunk at this point. He basically explains that they were hired by their basically their commander to assist in bringing these 3 nobles into town because one of them is supposed to be selected to become the new Lord of Fairhold.
And which one is that? Is it the pretty one?
They don't know who's supposed to be yet. They're basically gonna do some form of like campaigning and kind of like a mock election basically to determine who's gonna take over Fairhold.
Who is the drunk one? Want to be the cap or the want to win?
The three that were standing in the room, he likes the one that was in the middle.
Ah, Pretty Boy Floyd.
Not the one that came up and talked to you, but the blonde one that was kind of standing there.
Oh, the one that said something in a language I didn't understand.
Not that one.
The other one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The one that said something in a
Yeah,
language you understand
the
is
other one.
actually, yeah. The one that's Kurt's character is the one that said something in a language you don't understand.
Yeah. Okay.
The one he was on the far right.
All
He
right.
he was the non-nice dressed one. He just looked like just a regular dude.
Okay.
He was shabby compared to the other three.
Gotcha.
But he likes the blonde one of the three that was standing there. And
Okay.
the other guy that's sitting there, the other person, he says he likes the one that was on the far left, the guy that had the darker hair.
Okay.
They both think that the guy that came up and spoke to you is an asshole.
Wonderful.
Seemed like a pretty alright guy.
Yeah. Apparently, he's very into himself.
Yeah. They said that during the entire ride there, all the guy did was stare at himself in the carriage off the reflection of the glass and pretty much picked at his hair and basically just looked at himself and talked about himself and pretty much made all the others just feel like they weren't even there.
Like it. Okay. And then who are the other two?
The other two, they explains that the one that was on the far left, the one that had the darker hair, he comes from a very optimistic family. The guy kind of views the world through kind of rose-colored glasses, where he pretty much kind of almost sees the world as black and white, but he errs to see everything the good that's in the world, and he has very a optimistic view of the way things what they could be, and doesn't seem to truly comprehend the bad things of the world. That doesn't really understand that bad things can happen, and that this is a type of guy that's the world's kind of been handed to him his entire life, and he basically he sees the good in the world without really acknowledging that there's bad in the world. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Whereas the other guy, the blonde, the one that the dwarf guy likes, he likes him because he has a very strong sense of justice. He has a very firm understanding of the laws of this world, and he basically likes to he sees the world in a world of right and wrong, where he knows that there is evil, and he basically wants to sort out all this evil and deal it with swift justice. He is a kind of a not really a shoot first, ask questions kind of later. Like, he's gonna do his due diligence the right way, but he's gonna come at you with the swiftest punishment available that the law would allow.
Hmm. Okay.
So Orlum, as you walk into the room, you see Andros Azos sitting at a table with two of the guys that were riding on the horses that were riding into town. The two that were riding on the horses are both very inebriated. They're pretty much talking to Azos and Andros, about the three people that were standing in the room with Axel. Basically, they are candidates to become the replacement Lord of Fairhold. They're basically going to hold basically like a mini mock election and kind of campaigning around town to determine who's going to be the new Lord. They were basically hired as protection by their commander, who's the really old guy with the thick beard, and they're explaining why they like certain one of the candidates, and both of them do not like the guy that came up and talked to Azos and Andros, the very vain one. They said he pretty much just stared at himself the entire cart ride here, staring at the glass in the carriage, just kind of looking at himself. The short dwarf really likes the guy with the blonde hair because he's, a very swift justice, kind of a zero shits given kind of guy. And the other guy that's sitting at the top with the darker hair, he likes the guy that was standing in the left hand corner, that had like the goatee and black hair, because he has a very optimistic view of the world, and he basically sees the good in the world without it really acknowledging that there's bad in the world. He doesn't really comprehend that, people can really do bad things, because he sees the world through like rose-colored glasses and just wants everyone to be happy and be friends, and no way you could have murdered that person. You're such a nice guy. He's that kind of guy.
He's the dude from the Lego movie.
Yeah. Everything is awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yes. So that's kind of what you're working with. But the two of these guys are just kind of divulging this information because they're drunk, and then Azos continue to provide them with more and more alcohol and loosen their lips further.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So that kind of gets you caught up to speed with the conversation that they are having.
Okay.
All right.
Orlem's gonna order a beer and sit down with him.
Okay, sounds good. Um, any type of room to rent can be ordered from Fiona, and any alcohol beverages can be purchased from Yansia.
Sounds good.
Perfect. You did great. You're learning. You're learning.
I'm really working on it.
You're doing wonderful. All right. So, but yeah, like they said, they don't like the one guy because he's a vain asshole. The one guy who's very politics and justice based is, they like him for that reason because, he is kind of a zero shits given, and he's gonna punish you to the highest level of the law that he can. And the other guy is kind of like, I don't really see bad in the world because, the world is great, even though it's a bleak, dire area. But he doesn't see it that way because, yeah, optimism. Go figure.
Okay.
All right, so give me just a moment. I'm going to swap to the other two real quick, and then I'll probably just pull everybody together. Just a moment. Okay. So, I guess did y'all have a little dwarven conversation, or?
No,
we
Orlin literally stared at him like, "What the fuck?"
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I kind of looked at Orlam and told him, okay, so yes, Chris said this, and in fact, it was almost perfect dwarvish. If you were blind, you would have thought you were talking to another dwarven. That's how perfect it was.
Sounds good. So the group of them all left and went about their way. So when y'all are pretty much back together again, and it's just y'all conversing with each other, the one guy will work his way back up and kind of stand and talk with the others. Basically, the three of them are discussing with Axel about the election that they're about to hold in Fairhold, explaining kind of how it works, how they're pretty much three of them are going to be going around campaigning around town, and they are pretty much going to hold like a mini election, and to determine who's going to be the new ruler of Fairhold. Axel himself, is not really going to be very involved in this. He doesn't really have a say, and he can't really play favorites. It's kind of up to
He's like the neutral. He's the one who's going to be tallying the votes, being completely neutral, impartial.
Pretty much, yes. Like he's not he's not involved in the actual deliberating of who it's actually going to be. He would just kind of he's the moderator basically, making sure everything kind of stays on the up and up. But for the most part, isn't really all that involved.
Chris kind of looks interested at this, and he's like, "You actually elect your leaders? They're not just appointed by the king or emperor and given that position for life? And the
So
life of their families? He's
so
like bewildered at this.
now he will explain that there is an edict of blood that does, attribute to the emperor and his bloodline, but some of the other stations can be picked based on an election, just after just democracy. That some of the positions when the office could be held of people of equal status, with there being numerous people that fill that role, then they'll determine between the people that are, worthy of that role. They'll determine who they feel would be the most suited for it. Because the three of them are on equal standing, that's why they're actually going to hold an election. It was a little different when Lord Mistel originally arrived because his was deemed as more of a punishment. So he was basically forced to become the leader of Fairhold, and they realized because they did that, they created a non positive scenario where the guy would feel obligated or have the desire to actually want to see that territory be taken care of and actually treated with, the respect you would expect from someone to rule over people, at least have some form of ownership of wanting to do the right thing. The guy pretty much just took and exploited for everything it was worth because he was like, I don't want to be here, so I'm gonna make the best situation that I can for myself, and I don't really give a shit about anybody else.
Now, Chris will also look, and this is he's looking kind of at Lockhart when he asks this and goes, now, um, having commoners speak out the way they did so rudely to a lord, what's the typical protocol on something like that? I mean, I know you found it as banter, Lord Lockhart, but it was also fairly rude. Um, what is the protocol for that? Is that acceptable? Is that just something you overlooked this one time? Or I find it very baffling.
If Lockhart is not looking at Primrose, she is going to have a large smirk on her face that she's going to try to hide with her hand.
So he won't be looking at
Okay.
Primrose,
So
but
she'll like be faking a cough, like trying to hide the fact she's trying not to laugh.
now you'll see definitely annoyance on his face of about the whole situation of how he doesn't like anyone talking down to him, uh but he'll kind of express, and like as soon as you can almost see him getting ready to chime in, the guy in the middle will kind of almost like stand abruptly and kind of express things. It's like there is no true crime against mocking any person of nobility with the exception of the emperor. And explain that while annoying it may be for some, and he kind of like looks over at Lockhart, most insults directed that way are a testament of your leadership qualities and skills. Most people who treat the position with, honor and dignity receive love and admiration from their followers. And you can tell that Lockhart and the one
Character,
guy,
oh snap.
yeah, Lockhart and the guy, you can definitely tell do not like one another.
Chris is just gonna kind of take note of that and just kind of tilt his head, smiling, and goes, "Interesting."
Like a good way to describe kind of how that exchange went, as Moloch was basically talking to Lockhart. Lockhart had like a very thick grin on his face, and it just turned into just like a smirk, or not even a smirk. It pretty much turned into a scowl, and he just basically stares fucking daggers at Moloch as he's speaking.
Right, and Chris will take note of how that change went, and he's also taking note that there's technically no law against insulting a lord, but it's like, oh, you can't please everybody at the same time. It doesn't matter how good of a leader you are, you're gonna piss a peasant off at some point. You know, it's kind of his mentality at this point. So he's like, interesting. These are all good things to know.
But
He
yes,
oh, go ahead.
you're good. I was
I
but
was gonna say Primrose can definitely get the note that he's definitely taking mental notes of everything, and the questions he's asking may seem like naivety, but they're also very much of like maybe a foreigner, someone who's not from the country, trying to figure out how to fit in here.
All Primrose is mentally shaking her head, going, "Oh, sweet young summer child." That's all she's thinking about when you're asking these questions. it's a you could read that off her face.
Gotcha.
so trying not to move my headphones falling off. So Lord Moloch will kind of express to Crest that any workings of the law and how it's organized and governed can be explained by him if you're ever curious about it.
Chris will thank him, and definitely at a more appropriate time, he will definitely take him up on that offer.
But Axel will kind of talk with the three of them for another couple moments and express that he is quite tired and he was not expecting everyone to arrive today. He thought it was still going to be another couple days. He will make arrangements to have the three lords stay in a suitable residence. He doesn't feel that the inn would be worthy of their station, and he is going to make arrangements for that. He will kind of acknowledge Primrose and Cress that he can have lodgings provided for you. He says that go speak with his wife, that she runs the inn, and that tell him that you were sent by him, and he will give y'all free room and board for the night, and he'll reconvene with y'all the following day, and he's gonna have everything arrangements made for them to prepare their journey to be able to travel to Thayerhold.
So Primrose will turn to Lord Lockhart and say, "If that is what my lord wishes, I will go to the inn." And she like gives a bow, and she just gives a slight bow.
And he'll kind of acknowledge you, and he'll bid you kind of towards the door, and as you make your way to the door, he'll make one little curt gesture where it's just like, "I'll call you later if I get bored this evening."
As you wish.
Chris will actually kind of follow Primrose out at that point. And follow, kind of, not necessarily follow her, but
What time of day is this?
Middle of the afternoon.
So before she steps out, she would put her helmet back on and then make her way to the inn.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, and Primrose will notice that Chris is definitely heading that way, but he's not doing it in such a way that it's like he's following her.
It's fine. I get what you're saying. Like, clearly we were both told by the Lord to go there, so I cannot
Yeah.
teleport into the inn.
Yeah, whatchamacallit had issues too.
Put me there.
I'm trying to see where your character is.
I'm right by the inn.
I don't see your token.
Like, I'm at the general store.
Are you
above
are
it.
you are you above it?
Yeah. Like, I'm on the map.
Trying to like find your
Can you
character.
just delete me and post me for time's sake?
Yeah, I don't see you. All right, I'll
Mhm.
do that. Hopefully your thing will show back up later.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me pull you to the scene real quick.
Thank you.
Okay. So you should be there now.
And then when Primrose enters and gets away from the door, she will remove her helmet.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull y'all to the regular chat
Okay.
now.
Yeah. I just can't get it out of my head.
It's the song that never ends.
Yeah, that too.
It goes on and on, my friends.
We're talking about your
Your wander vision.
yeah.
All right, give me just a moment. I need to run to the bathroom for a second, and then I will continue from there.
Can't help it. My token's beautiful.
Oh yeah. You're looking like you got beat up a little bit over there though.
I did.
Saw that thing was
that's not
wailing
the-
on you guys.
That's not the worst thing that happened, though. That thing had a nasty effect. That's like long term, never gonna go away. But it's not lycanthropy.
Yeah.
She got hit so hard she forgot something.
Yeah, pretty much. I got hit so hard I forgot something.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I know I saw you making the intelligence saving throws,
Yep.
but
I forgot something.
and then you got a 2.
Yeah.
Forgot what I forgot.
Yep. Exactly. And unfortunately, intelligence is a dump stat for her. I think that's a thing going on with this party, though.
I mean, it is for me
Well,
for sure. I got an 8.
Speak
Mine's
for
an 8.
yourself. My intelligence is not my dump stat.
Well, I guess somebody in the party has to have common sense.
Now I didn't say I had
Well,
wisdom.
that'd be wisdom.
I don't got that. That one I dumped.
Yeah.
My dump stats are intelligence and wisdom.
Yeah, I got an 8 and a 10.
I
Wisdom
have
is
an 8
strength.
and an 8.
I'm an 8 and an 8 too.
My dump stat.
I run in and I kill things.
My dump stat was charisma.
That's okay. I'll be charismatic for all of you.
Oh, me too.
Any charismatic? I got muscles.
I have charisma and muscles.
Those
Uh-oh.
will get you in the door, but I can seal the deal.
I don't know, man. You couldn't get that guy to let us in. I got it done. I'm just saying.
I'm 5'5", but 150 pounds of solid muscle.
Let me tell you something. That guy would have had an aneurysm if we had let it go, and we would have gotten in.
So how is Commander?
Hey.
Why are you barking? Stop it. Is Commander Rugert who related to a who? Did you guys figure that out yet, or is it just a play on names?
I
Haven't
don't know.
gotten there yet.
Yeah.
The name's pretty suspect.
Well, if he comes after us, we'll just murder him too.
Kind of sussed.
He was doing quite a bit of damage.
Well, you could always ask the knights that are sitting at the table with you.
Very true.
So,
I'm gonna speak to what's her name about my free room, and then I'm actually going to join my comrades and not be on top of Azos.
okay, I'll just do one.
Yeah.
So you could do that as I
Pretty
put
much
you on top of
join
another
my
character.
comrades, my traveling
Did she
comrades.
just jump in my lap? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Why do you want me to jump in your lap?
Like that? Well,
Here,
for
you can sit-
realsies?
You
Like,
can sit
She
in my
did.
lap.
She
Check
did just
please.
see you get 100 gold. Like,
Yo,
please.
you like to buy me nice things?
So Chris will also talk to her once Primrose walks off about his free room, and then he's just gonna kind of take his seat on that side of the bench and kind of just watch everybody.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then I'll continue questioning. And then I'll ask him, like, oh, like, what's everybody's names? Like, I don't even know who you guys are.
So, the dwarf will say his name, and that his name is Sir Gaslot, and his companion there, he'll laugh and call him. It's like it's Three Fingers.
So Sir Three Fingers.
And it pisses him off, and he's like, "It's Sir Gaslight, you fucking die fool!"
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's right.
As Primrose walks up, she'll smile and joke. Did you lose another finger this time?
2 finger.
And then he like holds up the hand of 4 fingers that he has in his hands. It's like, the daft fool can't fucking count. Can't you see I have 4 fingers?
Yeah, but those 2 don't count, and I'll just put 2 of them down.
I was just gonna say I could pull out a hatchet.
And the guy just kind of like laughs and makes fun of him. It's just like, well, it's your fault for losing 2 fingers in the first place. It's like, I can't fucking help that I was born with 6.
What the fuck?
His original hand, he was born with 6 fingers on his right hand, and he lost 2 of them.
6
Okay.
minus the 2. Yep, 3. That adds up.
Yeah.
So
The running joke is the fact that if he had only just had 5 fingers, if he'd lost the 2, he'd have 3. But because he was born a freak, he has 4 fingers still, so they just nicknamed him and called him 3 Fingers.
now the question is, does he know a Montoya that he killed his father for a rapier? Because he had 6 fingers on his hand.
He's a 6-fingered man.
What?
The
They're
Princess
making-
Bride.
they're-
Bride.
Oh, Jesus.
One of the greatest movies ever made.
That one sailed so high over me.
My name is Igyo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Sure. All right. And then I'm gonna ask them about the people who just walked in. Like, are these your friends? Who are these guys?
So he will, acknowledge the female of the group, and the shorter dwarf. He just kind of like chuckles, like, "Ah, you mean the Lord's concubine?"
Ho 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 ho.
Again with that nonsense.
But does the shoe fit?
I don't know. Do you want to put it on?
I don't know if I want to use used goods.
Neither would I.
Nope, fair enough.
It's like, well, Lassie, you do go into his room every night.
Yeah, but luckily he's a sleazy drunk. I don't have to do anything. He passes out before I have to perform anything.
Oh, this is Pretty Boy Floyd. Mmm.
Yeah, put a little batter in the wine. He passes out and sleeps like a baby.
I'm gonna have to write that down for Pretty Boy Floyd later. Where's Pretty Boy Floyd?
Oh, Lord Axel, he's sending him and the other lords to a more accommodating housing.
And what are we?
Second-class citizens.
Don't you
I
get
see.
it? You're the lessers.
Hmm. Right.
At least you got paid, though.
True.
It's true. It's true. Cost us, but we did get paid.
And then
Okay.
Character, isn't she supposed to be a merchant?
she should be. Can you not click her on her as one?
No, I can't.
Let me do this. It took us a second to get her working. Try now.
Also, all she has is room for rent?
Well, the
Boo.
one chick has the drinks.
Oh, okay. Ooh, what's that?
So, Sir Gaslot, he'll point at the one guy sitting at the table by himself with his 4-fingered hand. And he's like, that one I don't know much about. He get to ride with the cart like all the other fancy Nancy's.
Oh, the pretty boy? Yeah.
Oh, so he's another Pretty Boy Floyd. Pretty Boy George.
Was he pointing at me when he said that?
Correct.
Okay. I just kind of smile.
It's like, You'd think he'd be part of the group, but just by looking at him, you could tell he's not.
What's his major malfunction? Because there's one swift to kill, the other one who's ignorant to the realities of the world, and the other one who's into himself. So what's wrong with this one?
And he kind of like look at you, just like, oh, he's not part of the selection, boy. I don't really know what he's doing, but he gets far more treatment than we get.
It's because he's pretty.
He asks a lot of questions, though.
Because he has all his fingers, that's why.
I can also count.
Primrose is
Excuse
going
me.
to slowly clap.
Would you like a shilling for your ability to count?
Hmm. If you're willing to pay it, sure.
No, of course not. It's too good for you, of course. I knew it.
I'll
Keep my
never
dirty
turn
shilling.
I'll never turn away free money.
I'll
when I
keep my
get
dirty
to.
shilling. It's fine. No need to beg. It's fine.
Beg? Not likely.
Ah, of course not. No. All right. What's the actual time?
At this
Or is
point,
that-
it's about 3:40 in the afternoon at this point.
Oh, damn.
Oh, we got plenty of drinking time to do then.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's kind of early afternoon, so
My
What's
man been hitting it.
what's this Medusa thing?
it's an
Medusa.
interesting one.
What's it do? I'm interested.
God, I sent you a private Discord. If you could just acknowledge it and.
I thought I said yes. I acknowledged it.
Oh, okay.
So the Bloody Medusa does have a fun effect.
I'm gonna buy the Bloody Medusa and I'm gonna drink it.
So if you look at your character sheet on the look in the resistances.
God, I'm blind right now with my glasses.
Oh, hey, that's
What
cool.
does it do?
For an hour, it gives you resistance to non-magical physical damage.
Ooh.
Pretty
Primrose will
handy.
say cheers as she like just downs it and chugs it.
Yep, I'm gonna slam mine too.
I'm not able to click on her to get to the drinks.
I'll do that. Try now.
Because she's not real. You've developed
Yep.
schizophrenia.
Does that work?
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. So the Drunken Dwarf will explain that they'll be resting here for a short amount of time, and then they're going to be heading to Thayerhold soon to continue security and protecting this group of fancy Nancy's on their way to getting elected to lordsmanship.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Thayerholds was where Mishta was.
Correct.
Okay. Oh. So I'm gonna go. We'll be seeing those three fingers for a while now, huh?
It's a good possibility.
Oh yeah. Because we have business in Thayerholds.
The more the merrier on these dangerous roads.
You don't know the half of it.
Or are you talking about that little wild puppy you guys were talking about?
Oh, the puppy.
Yeah, that's what it was. Oh.
I would love to see you fight the puppy. Pet it, if you will.
There's nothing more exciting than the thrill of battle.
Yep, that's a method. If that's how you need to get your kicks, have at it.
She must be pretty strong if she thinks she can take that thing.
I'm more than willing to watch.
A giant thing like you was afraid of it.
I mean, it killed some of our friends, but
Mm. Death is a fickle thing for sure.
Death is permanent. They're fit.
For
only if you're
some,
weak.
They're fit.
For some,
got-
it may be permanent.
You
but I
got
do not
monies?
fear death.
You must have all the monies. It's the Lord, huh? He got all the monies for you, just in case you die.
He's not the one who paid for my armor.
But he'd get you back if you did die.
No.
Three fingers.
Everything's replaceable in his eyes.
3 fingers, help me out.
Try to get 3 fingers as your wingman.
I kind of look at her, and he'll point his he said he'll point his 4 fingers in the direction of Primrose. It's like, that one there is a fickle mistress.
Aw.
Oh, she's a mistress now? So she got whips and chains and shit?
Thank you for the compliment. I have javelins too.
The Lord is into some shit. I can't wait to see that man tomorrow. Oh. He done fucked up.
A woman that can kick my ass.
I guess. I bet you're the kind of guy who likes a little dog collar on you, don't you? What is the Lord's name?
Lockhart.
Yeah, Lucius.
He has the douchiest name of all time.
Lord Lucius Lockhart.
Oh, not Gilderoy?
Man. Think,
2 of the worst characters mixed together.
Lucius Lockhart. No. That's
President.
not it.
Hey, you could be Mr. Lockhart.
They fit? No, I don't want him to hold my pocket.
Hey, he's got all the money, though.
No, that's
They-
okay.
Thought you were about that.
He is the eldest son and heir to his father's fortune.
No, that sounds like a him problem.
All you gotta do is get half of it once you get divorced.
That's too much.
You don't want
Might as well
you don't want a tea back.
I'll just take that burden from him. No big deal.
God, that's an old show.
Prison Break, old
Yeah,
school.
man.
I love it. Teabag was one of the
Earlier
best
out of the
characters.
prison, and then I stopped watching.
Yeah,
it,
after the second season, it got a little much. I wasn't.
Exactly. You gotta hold the pocket now.
Need you to hold my pocket, boy.
He's not Cheeseburger Eddie.
I got these cheeseburgers, man.
now Orland, don't forget to look at the chat.
I saw it. I was just making sure. I haven't done anything in Dwarvish yet, so I was just making sure I didn't fuck it up.
Yeah, if you in the chat window, it'll say language, and then it usually defaults to common. You can
Yeah, I changed it to Dwarvish.
correct.
Okay.
Then whenever you type, it'll type in Dwarvish from then on.
Andreas, can you speak Dwarvish?
Speak
Andras?
all the languages.
Oh yeah?
No.
No.
I got excited.
I don't think I speak any. Well, you guys might not be able to speak this one.
Depends on what it is.
Nope.
Yes! I speak something y'all do not speak. It makes me happy.
I think all my languages are pretty uncommon.
I did it.
Yay!
You spoke Dwarvish.
I spoke Dwarvish.
Only 2 people in
Real-
this entire room can understand
I'm a
you.
real boy now. Who's the second? Oh, Sir, what's his face?
Yeah, three fingers. Hmm. I mean, I would assume he could speak Dwarvish.
Yeah, that wasn't Dwarvish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just spoke English, my man. We're common.
Yeah, I did. But
Same
that
thing.
was before I had already stuff.
Ah,
I don't know who you are back there, loner guy. Not cool.
wait, I get that one.
Nomish.
Oh, I didn't know you would speak that. Well
Me?
done.
I didn't know
Yeah.
I'd speak it either, but here we are. Orlim's a learned woman, you know?
Yeah. I learned it from my ex-girlfriend before she tried to stab me.
Same
Wow.
thing that happened to Orlum.
So I'm sorry, Ezra. What did you say?
Yeah, like, look, guy. People all can speak different languages. That's cool. But I mean, if you want to be part of the group, like, bring that ass.
Are you interested?
In your ass?
No. However, if
Got
you want to keep yelling across the room,
fun times.
ha! Got him!
Oh, it's Okita. Best save. Well, not second best saber. She's not the best saber. She's second best saber.
I don't know.
Nero is
Corsair.
best saber forever.
It actually does kind of look like Okita.
Yeah, because of the short hair and the black bow. Hmm.
Oh, I thought it was Astolfo.
Oh, snap.
It's a trap. But am I muted somehow? Can y'all hear me?
No, you're good. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I said.
Anybody can hear him.
They can hear me.
Oh, now I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah, I literally didn't do anything.
That's
I
weird.
was like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm seeing myself talk.
That's weird. I think I'm having call issues because it keeps going quiet for like a minute or so at a time.
Gotcha. It happens.
Mhm.
So, the two drunken knights basically go on and on about, how they don't really want to go to Fairhold and that, they wouldn't even be doing this if it wasn't for their commander ordering them to do it. And, they think the whole thing is stupid and that hopefully it'll be at least worth their while, but this is like the last thing that they wanted to take part in.
Where is the heavyweight champion of the world?
And then the little dwarf will gaslight. He's like, probably brooding somewhere.
Not the smartest one.
He's been at the sword since they found out about his boy.
Ah, yes. Poor, poor, poor boy.
Someone killed his boy?
Yes, his son got murdered.
Oof.
Which lord
Ye-
was this?
He wasn't a lord. He was the big burly fucker that was standing outside the door.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
What happened? His son was murdered, huh?
Three fingers. He still has his grandson, though, correct?
Yes, but he's a wee bastard. I don't think he cares for that one.
True.
Yeah, he did look old. Grandfather. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Horus, though. Horus was his favorite. He had high hopes for him.
Didn't he buy him that nice armor?
Yes, it was a quite set. It was fine craftsmanship.
Well, hopefully they can bury him in it.
Yes, he'll want to be doing some investigating to find out what happened.
Who was his son?
His name was Horace Rugert. He was one of the lead town's guard in the town of Thayerhold.
Oh,
Uh, good news is I wasn't in that building when that happened, so
you don't say.
Don't keep sipping my beer.
some people might have an adverse reaction to the dialogue that's currently ongoing.
Orlim's just
No,
gonna
no, huh?
cool, calm,
Nope.
collected.
Yep, I don't notice anything. Not with a 9.
Yes, the entire way here, he kept talking about taking him fishing growing up as a young boy. He truly loved his son.
Yes, that, and they have a fine penchant for killing.
Yes, I would not want. I'm sorry, trying not to laugh. I wouldn't want to get on the receiving end of his greatsword. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He can cut a goblin clear through with the greatest of ease. It's quite terrifying.
That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to be on that side either.
Do you remember what he did to those just gigantic orcs?
Hey, that means when we saw on the roadway?
Yeah.
It's pretty insane. He tore through 3 of them like they were nothing. It's just kind of unsettling.
Wow. Seems like one hell of a fighter.
It's like he may be getting old, but he still knows how to wield a sword.
Yeah, sounds like it. That's unfortunate about his kid, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. God's help whoever did it to his boy. I don't think they'll make it out alive.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they'll find him.
Well, that one, you see, he's like a dog for looking for a bone. He won't stop until he finds them.
Well, I hope he finds him. Is that the whole reason that they're going to Fairholt, or is it more so because of the election?
The 3 of them are primarily tasked for security for the election, whereas the commander is going there to investigate what happened to his son.
But more so, I'm asking like that's why he chose to do this.
Yes, he had he liked the 3 people that he picked to perform security. Well, he liked 2 of them. Primrose kind of got voluntold to
Yeah.
join. She wasn't tasked because she's, super stellar, but she was
Didn't really have much of a choice.
correct. Basically, each lord has a person that's like representing them.
Okay.
Like each one of them have like a bodyguard, basically. Primrose is watching Sir Princey Douche. Full Rect is watching the rose-colored glasses guy, and Sir Gaslot is protecting the militant dude.
And then the old man.
He is basically extra muscle, and he is basically trying to investigate what happened to his son.
Fair enough.
He's pretty much trying to find out about any of the unsightly rumors that have been being told about his son are true, and he wants to quell anything that will tarnish or ruin his family name.
And I'm assuming through any means necessary.
How'd you guess?
I don't know. Just seems like that kind of guy.
Yeah. But looking at the time, it is about right at 11 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time. So we will call it here for the evening before we get too in depth with anything else. But let me end it here.